Enjoying this morning, having some breakfast, thinking about you guys. How can how can we or how can the average man, the average family position themselves to be able to live life on their terms? Being able to give back to their community, being able to help. How can we accomplish that? Get the validation, the recognition that we deserve and that we're looking for. Being able to take control, being able to provide for our families, being able to win in life. And there's a few things that me and my wife have done to be able to position ourselves in a way that we can enjoy these things. I'm not saying it's easy, but it is possible. It's quite systematic, and I'd like to go through a few things with you, maybe giving you a few nuggets that you can implement in your life, maybe so you can do a little bit of the same. What are your dreams? So what is it that you want to do? And sitting here in Panama, enjoying the beautiful scenery, enjoying the food, thinking about you guys, and me, just an average man, poor man, being able to position myself through real estate to be able to live the life that I really want to live, and figuring out that anybody can do the same. That's what I'm excited about. So stay tuned. I want to show you a little bit about it. Okay, how can we maximize the benefits of real estate? I know you guys are probably super busy, super swamped, already making phenomenal things in your life, but just hear me out when it comes to this topic. Let's talk about rental real estate. And let's look at a real estate deal that I'm working on right now, just so you can get a rough idea as to how it all looks. So when we come in, let's look at the three benefits of real estate. And this is why it's important for you guys. What is it that you really want in life? How much free time do you want with your family? How much do you want in a savings account? How much do you want to have in a savings account so you can pay for your children's college and everything else? What does that look like? And how can we accelerate that? And this is how real estate can help you do that. So we look at one of the benefits is D. D is for depreciation. Most of us are paying a lot more in taxes than we should be paying. Another item is equity. Equity. That's a super important thing to look at when it comes to real estate investing. The third piece is cash flow. The C is for cash flow. So let's look at it like this. I'm looking at a property right now. It's valued at 75K. This is the value. This is what it is. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. It's valued at 75. We're picking it up at $42,000, 500. So this is the way we're buying it at, the price we're buying it at. It is going to take about 6K in repairs. So total investment, it might be about 48,500. How can you take an investment like this and accelerate your life and get to where you want to go? So we start breaking it up. We look at this value, the $75,000 value. $75,000, we subtract $20,000 of land value. 75,000 is the property, 25 is the land, the rest is the actual construction. So that's 55,000. Many people don't know that you can depreciate this at an accelerated rate, and pay less in taxes. So let me show that to you how that would look. So it's easy for you to do. Just go out, just take $55,000 and divide that by 27 years, and it gives you a figure of $2,037 $2,037. So this number here is called depreciation. It's not the easiest to understand, but just know that by being the owner of this property, you're going to get a tax deduction of $2,000 every single year. So there's some savings there, and that definitely helps your return on investment. There's a few things that improve that strategy. We can call it cost segregation. Cost segregation, you can now do the same thing, but you're able to accelerate your debt reduction and save a lot more in taxes. What happens if you're able to save $5,000 a year in taxes? What if you could save $10,000 a year in taxes? $20,000. What could you do with an extra $20,000? And now, just by owning a piece of rental real estate, you're able to accelerate those deductions, and you're able to keep more of that hard-earned money that you're working for. Second step is equity. So you come in and you get a loan of about $50,000. You're able to get a 5% rate on it. Let's say 5% rate. You finance the entire thing. You finance the entire 50 grand. So let's say on a 30-year mortgage, your mortgage, including taxes and insurance, is going to be about $500 on this particular deal. $500, but now you have new carpet, new kitchen, you have new paint, and that's $500 a month. You could rent that place out for $750. That's the rent. That's where you could rent it at. So this is what happens. $500 is your payment. What are you left over once you rent it out? You're left over with about $250. This is what would be your cash flow. It's your operating income. Many months you might not have $250. Maybe you have repairs, or maybe you have a vacancy. So, but just keep in mind that that's about your operational income that comes in every single month. So this is the cash flow. And if you have no money in it, that's pretty nice, because you have no money in it, plus you're getting that rate of return. And if we were to take an average of it, what I would do is I would subtract about 20% of this, 20% of this here. Let's say about, let's look at about $50. So now you look at $200 in cash flow. You multiply that by 12 months. We have 12 months in a year, so now you're looking at $2,400 in positive cash flow. So all of a sudden you're saving money on your taxes, but you're able to pocket money. So that's cash flow. $2,400. What would you do with an extra $2,400 annually? What would you do that? Is that the flights to a trip that you've been wanting to take? How many of those would you have to save up so that you can have the college for your kids saved up and paid for? How does that look like? So now those are two of the benefits. The third benefit is also super great, because now you look at the debt. Let's say you started off with a $50,000 debt. I'll just put a K, 50K in debt. Once we're making those monthly payments, what's happening to this debt? Isn't the debt going down? The debt's going down. And who's making that payment? Are you making that payment? No, your tenant is making that payment. So your tenant is making the payment here for that mortgage note. So this balance is going down. Now you also have some equity in there. So you have a loan of 50 grand, but it's worth 75. So there's already $25,000 in equity there. Or if you could sell, you can capture that 25 grand and pay for that dream vacation. You could take that 25 grand, pay for your kids to be able to go to university. You're able to do these things. So now all of a sudden, you could get on a 10-year plan. All of a sudden that 50 grand turns into 25 grand. And what if the value bumps up to 100 grand? All of a sudden you're sitting on a really nice equity position. How many of these good equity positions would you need to be able to have those things covered, to be completely out of debt, to be able to retire the way that you want to retire, to get the validation that and to be able to win in life and have the control that you want? So that's where real estate is super awesome. But what we have is, most of us just really don't like the operation of it all. But now we have three things that we could really look at: the equity, the cash flow, and the depreciation. So our company, what it does and what it specializes in, is helping you be able to get involved and take advantage of some of these benefits, but just be willing to share some of them, and we can handle all of the headache of finding them, funding them, and doing everything else, but helping you maximize that and formulate a partnership so we can get to where we want to go together. So that's what's super awesome about real estate, especially about rental real estate. Hope that makes sense. Just reach out to us with any questions. Go ahead and comment or reach out to us, and that's how you can start living the life of your dreams.